All right, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome in. I, of course, am Adam from Adam Failed, and I appreciate you hanging around with me. If you have been following along, then you are acutely aware of the fact that in a couple of weeks I will be beginning to section hike the Appalachian Trail. So in preparation for that, I have been hiking around with something substantially similar to my pack base weight so I can get in condition. But I also need to check what's in my pack to achieve that base weight. And, beyond the whole weight thing, I've got to make sure that I have all the stuff I need to have a good time on the trail for 7 days. The plan is to go about 78 miles over the course of 7 days, so that's only averaging 11 miles a day. Although I'm sure some days that will not seem super easy. I think by most standards that's not a grueling death slog or anything. It's a fairly easy pace just for us to kind of get into the path and figure out what it is we're doing, what it is we're feeling, whether our gear works, whether it doesn't work. So what I'm going to go through today is my base loadout. So not yet my food, and it doesn't include my water or the one disposable water bottle that I will use. Probably 2 disposable water bottles that I'll use. But we're going to go through the rest of it real quick, figure out what I'm taking with me, and maybe I'll decide that's a perfect plan, and maybe I'll decide I need to adjust it. But it only needs to work for the first week, and then I can do something different next time I go out there. So without further ado, let's talk about the big 3 first. Pack, sleeping system, and tent. For my pack, I am taking my trusty Teton Sport Hiker 3700. This thing has traveled all over the world with me. I have taken it on beer trips all over Asia and Europe. It's a cool pack. It's got lots of little pockets and zip up areas to store things, lots of easy access. The inside is nice and big and can get real tall if you want it to. It cinches down tightly. It feels comfortable on the shoulders. There's a little bit of padding on the back that keeps it comfortable there. It does have a little bit of a rigid plastic frame, so it kind of supports itself. It's got lift loaders. It's got nice cushiony shoulders. Is it ultra light? No. But it's pretty light given how much it holds. And it's like 80 bucks. So this is one of the best packs, in my humble opinion, that you can find anywhere. So I'm going to take it. Now as far as sleep system goes, we're going to start at the bottom. So I have a packed down Nemo Tensor. This is my inflatable sleeping pad. You do inflate it with mouth power and not with any kind of inflating device. I am totally okay with that. I can breathe. I did get the long wide version because I am 6'2", 200 pounds, and I like to roll around. So I went ahead and got the big one because it's not that much heavier and it's more comfortable for me. And part of this is not just how light you can pack, but how comfortable you can be while you're out there. So taking that to put at the bottom, and then resting my head on a Nemo Pillow. It's an inflatable pillow. It's nice and soft. Gets firm when you blow it all the way up. Crunches down pretty small. Yeah, so I'll be putting my head on that. And then for sleeping bag, I got a Mountain Hardwear Bishop's Pass. This is a 15-degree bag. It's supposed to bottom out at maybe 50 degrees during the time that we're up there. So this is going to be plenty enough. It may even be too warm, but this is the bag I got. It's comfy. It zips all the way up. It has a hood. And I got it used from REI, which is super cool. So that's the bag that I'm taking. Now as far as tent goes, I am taking the REI Trailmade 2. I realize this is a 2-person tent, but I'm big. And I like a 2-person tent because that's basically me and my stuff and room to roll around. Because I roll around a lot at night. So I'll be taking this with me. I will be taking the poles out and putting them on the outside of my pack so that I can kind of smush this down and get it on the inside of my pack comfortably. But as always, this pack's on the very top so that it's the first thing you have access to when you get to a campsite. The last thing you want to do, especially if you get there tired in the rain, say the weather's not great, I don't want to be digging through my pack to find my tent. I want to be able to pop it open, get my tent out, and then I can do everything else inside there in a shelter. So that's my tent. Next is food and drink. I have a handy dandy titanium spork that is one of my favorite pieces of equipment in the world because it weighs basically as much as air and is super convenient, cleans easily, and you basically can't break it. Then I got one of these nifty jet boils. It has a fold-out handle, storage space for fuel. This is the actual stove itself. Clicks onto the fuel. These pegs expand to create a base, and it warms things up. Super light, super easy, and I'm looking forward to getting some coffee out of it. That's like one of my favorite things in the morning when you can wake up and get your coffee. That's a good time. So I'm looking forward to making coffee in the mornings with this. All right, that's what I'm gonna eat, so what am I gonna drink? I mentioned I need to go grab a couple disposable water bottles, probably something like Smart Water, 2 1-liter bottles. And then I got this nifty Sawyer Mini that is our water filter, and it comes with a little bag. You fill the bag up in the stream, you screw this on, you squirt it into your water bottle, and you've got filtered water. Easy, difficult to mess up. If it breaks, I'm screwed. But it probably won't break. I'll be fine, right? Medical necessities bag, make sure you've got tape, stuff for blisters, and I got some Pepto-Bismol tabs in there because sometimes the tummy acts up, and it's nice to have something for your common issues. So I'm hiking my hike, I'm bringing Pepto-Bismol. I'll have to throw some prescription meds in there too, and I'm thinking maybe a few multivitamins because the diet on the trail is mostly about getting calories out of the weight and not so much about getting the right nutrition. So I think maybe taking some multivitamins might help make sure that I just round out my diet a little bit and I don't go into some kind of, magnesium deficiency or something while I'm on the trail. Toilet paper for pooping. I do still need to buy a trowel and just a few body wipes. Once a day, I'm not gonna be showering, so it's nice to kind of have just a little body wipe to take some of the scuzz off right before you go to bed. Sleep easier. Toothbrush and toothpaste. I probably need to go get a slightly lighter toothbrush, but I'm not gonna do some people get ultralight and try and saw it off so they're only using the head. I don't need to be stuffing my fingers into the back of my mouth in the middle of the trail, so I'm gonna take a full toothbrush. In terms of light, I've got my handy dandy Petzl. This utilizes a rechargeable battery, so I will bring a cord that allows me to attach it to my power source. This is some off-brand Chinese thing, so I'm really hoping it doesn't break, but my mom got it for me, and it's solar powered, so I'm hoping I can just hang it on the back of my bag and let it recharge. I'm gonna go in with it fully charged, not relying on the solar, but it's a nice little perk. And it comes with this handy dandy little compass, so if I get totally lost and my phone is borked and I need to just find a direction to get myself out, that'll do it. Then in terms of what I'm wearing, this Orvis hat that I got for $12 at Costco is one of the coolest pieces of clothing that I've ever gotten. Super light, super durable, has a nice brim, makes me look like an archaeologist. I'm totally wearing it. I'm planning on going in with 1 set of day clothes, 1 set of night clothes, full stop. It's only 7 days, I'll stink no matter what. But I'm taking a merino wool long sleeve base layer, mostly to sleep in. I don't think it's gonna get cold enough during the day that I'm gonna need it. I think a synthetic t-shirt ought to get me done in that regard, but this is a backup just in case, and it's meant to be my nighttime wear. 1 extra pair of socks. Warm socks at night, dry socks in the morning. 2 pairs of socks in the world. That's the way to do it. 1 extra pair of underwear. Sock stuff. 1 tiny, super light poncho, just in case. Not supposed to be a high chance of rain, but this will do it just in case. And the pack, I'm gonna put both a liner in and it's got an outside rain cover if I need it. So I think that'll about do me for rainproofness. I mentioned last time these really cool Appalachian Trail maps. They fold out, they're really durable, and they've got tons of useful information on the back. So highly recommend these things. I'll put the link back in this one, but I also have a link in my last video about these anti-gravity gear pocket profile maps. Super cool. And just in case I have the space, I'm going to take something to read. And I figured what better than A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson as he rediscovers America on the Appalachian Trail. It's a pretty light paperback. I don't think it's going to take up much space, but I might regret bringing a book. I'll let you know. So other than that, I'll pack up a little bit of food, a couple tiny odds and ends, things like power cables that I didn't show you today, and hopefully that'll comprise my base weight, and then I'll get on the trail. So let's pack all this up and see what happens. All right, and that's my pack. This whole thing comes in at about 17 pounds, which is great weight. I will add a little bit, so let's say maybe I add a pound or two of odds and ends, and then about 10 pounds of food. I'm gonna pack for 4 days, resupply, pack for 4 days, and I should be fine for a week. So 10 pounds on this, 1 or 2 pounds on this. I'll be walking with under 30 pounds on my back, even fully loaded. So I think that's a good weight. I'm pretty happy with that, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more content.